Yo, how's it going, man? It's another day that we have a potential live trade. But if we don't get this while I'm talking, it's not gonna be a live trade. I'm just done for the day. So yeah, just wanted to let you guys know what we're looking at is this 5 minute inversion. Confluence is for that 30-minute gap. We traded back down to the highs that we swept out, right? Could be turning into support. Again, I don't trade support and resistance, but right, that's just something to keep in mind. We've been bullish all day. We retraced the equilibrium of this range right here. So I really do like the look of this 5 minute if we can get the inversion. It looks like we're going to have to take another 5 minutes, and maybe this 3 minute will be something the inverse as well. Yeah, so we're going to take another 5 minutes, but this is the idea here, is just an inversion on this. But while we're waiting the 5 minutes, kind of go over the $6 balance. I've taken quite, too many trades, but yeah, let's just go over them real quick. I don't want to pull up the video because I don't want to not be able to see the chart, but I have some of the videos. But the first idea was, and let's see here if we get this 5 minute. Yeah, because unless it's 5 minute breaks, I don't think that we're bullish yet. And I would probably go break even at this high, even though that's could be a little bit tight, but yeah. So anyways, we had data highs, CPI. I marked this as data low. Looking back, I don't know if this is really considered a data low because it's not the 830 candle right here. It just came down and swept out these lows right here, I believe. Yeah, swept out these lows and pushed price higher, I guess tapping into this 5 minute fair value gap and maybe, yeah, just a 5 minute. So I had it marked as data low, which is probably a mistake on my end, and I had these highs marked out right here, and these highs eventually marked out, so we'll kind of go over that. We have a little bit of time before this thing will inverse. 3 minutes, got 2 minutes, so I got a little bit of time to quickly go through this, and then we can see if we get the trade. So we came up, swept the high, swept the data high, and we started displacing lower. When we inversed this, I jumped in with 1 micro here, was risking like 40 points, which is a lot, but it was a big move. Went break even at this low right here and got stopped at break even on this trade. That was the first idea. Then I end up taking the short here. Same idea. I wanted to see the data lows, even though I don't really know if I consider them data lows. I got in on this trade, and this close isn't very good. It's a pretty tight close, so I don't know if that's something I should just stop trading altogether, but that ended up stopping me out for a small loss. And then I got in here and got break even on the day basically. And then I saw that we were bullish, right? We were holding this. Okay, I'm just keeping an eye on this. We were holding this 5 minute gap here really strong. We swept these lows. We didn't really have a data low, and we displaced higher. We made a 5 minute gap. We came down here, held it really strong. I was saying live time that this wick alone would make me want to go long because of how bullish it was and get rid of these highs that we took out. We still had this high to gear towards, which is why I didn't really believe this was going to be a swing high that we'd leave. So we inverse right here. I jumped in right here and went break even at this high. This is just because of, I think, the fact that I already had taken 2 trades kind of made me a little bit more quick to want to go break even, right? Because of that. So we had the 5 minute. Again, I'm speeding through this because I think we're about to get a setup. So we had the 5 minute, and it's just had bullish order flow ever since. And there was nothing, in my opinion, right? We had the bullish order flow to this high. So we could have got in, risked 25 points, $100, and got 50 easily. Could have had $200 a day. And I was in the trade, and I kind of fumbled it. So that's something I have to accept. And I think that's what makes me still look at the charts. If I would have had that, I would have been done for the day. But then, yeah, we didn't get that. So let's kind of see what we're looking at now that actually get an execution right here. Again, the 30 minute we're respecting still, and the 5 minute closes in a little bit, in a minute and a half. So this would be our trade. We have equal highs up here. These two are equal highs on NQ, not MNQ. Right, these highs right here are perfect equal highs right here, this one and this one. So that's another confluence. Also ES, if you look at ES, has equal highs right here. So I really would be bullish. Let me get my ES back up on this side so I can see it. I would love to see both ES and NQ inverse at the same time. I think this is high probability for me. And then let's see what the stop loss would be. It would be like 25 points. I could risk 100 here comfortably. I could risk 100. So we want to see it inverse on this next candle. Ideally, I wouldn't mind just coming down, tapping real quick, and running bullish. But we've inversed most of this stuff. We actually also have a tiny SMT right here at the lows. If we look at ES right here, ES swept the low, which is also important because a 1 hour fair value gap that trade down to 12 open lower, and I'm expecting to close higher. NQ didn't have a fair value gap, so it's nice that we have an SMT there that had confirmation. So yeah, here we go. I need to get onto the MNQ just so we don't go on 2 full contracts, man. That would not be good. That would be 5 points we could risk, and maybe it would cook for us, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to put my confidence in that. So if this doesn't close, then what are we looking for here? We're looking for, really, we would love to see this close here. If ES can, it's not going to. So we're not going to get the close there. Let's just see if the 3 minute can provide us an entry. Right here, that's a 15-minute fair value gap. That's why it would be a break-even point. And yeah, we didn't get it, so we'll see. We'll kind of hold out. And if we don't get it, I'm done for the day. If we do get it, I'll take it. It'll probably be my last trade for the day. And let's see. If we get in around here, our trade would make $200 at this high. And we could target higher. If we're looking at that, why I'm still bullish is because of these highs over here. This looks like a good target, and I think I would expect it to get ran today instead of Friday. But who knows, right? We're still holding this 5 minute gap. This 5 minute bullish after sweeping out this liquidity a little bit here. So I like this, right? I like this look. But if it doesn't give me what I need to enter, then it doesn't give me what I need to enter, and that's fine, right? We didn't lose today. We're not down. We don't need to chase the market. We don't need to chase an entry. We don't need to, you know what I mean? Like, we don't need to force anything. So yeah, that was kind of the speed through. I guess we have a little bit more time to talk about it, but that was really it. That was the idea. One of the mistakes I think I made was just getting really focused on this data low. Again, I don't really know if this is considered data low. On the 5 minute, it's the 8:30 candle, so that's kind of what my mind was going towards. But I realized quickly that we weren't bearish after this, respecting the 5 minute, respecting the 5 minute here, respecting the 5 minute here. I mean, we were really, really, really bullish at these points in time. But we just didn't have any clear target except for this level up here. So good thing we don't jump the gun, right? We don't just get in if the 5 minute doesn't break and it's starting to kind of come back lower. It could give us an entry lower, right? We could resweep this low and get another entry. Anything can happen, right? ES is respecting the 5 minute, the midpoint of the 5 minute gap. So yeah, we just got nothing to do right now, and that's perfectly fine. We could just be rebalancing to these fair value gaps to keep going higher. So now this 3 minute would look really good if we inverse, because we'd have an ordered block as well. But yeah, so I guess I can just make this more of a normal video for now, because it's not really giving us what we need. But yeah, this is how I'm looking at the market live time. If I'm trying to look for a trade, if I'm trying to look for the entry, and the reality is that sometimes it takes time, right? A trade, when I come and make these recaps and I just show the videos, it's like you don't see the process of everything that has to happen. The candles forming, it takes a while to print. That's where the patience comes in trading, is that you have to be willing to sit there and watch the candles print, and sometimes not print in the way you want, and then it doesn't give you the confirmation you need, and you waited and it almost got your trading, but it didn't, and then you have to be disciplined. And that's something that I think today was challenging, was on that trade that should have been my trade for the day. I should have been done here. This trade, I think I'm just a little bit nervous with the volatility. This wick, even though it's a bullish wick, it should help my bias. We just had some big moves off open. We had a quick 70-point move, then we had a quick 100-point drop, then we had a quick rally back up 120 points, then we dropped back down 96 points, then we ran up. So that the volatility was a little bit much for me to really have a real confident feeling of the market, really. So that was the reason for the hesitation there. Super clean on the 2 minute as well. We inverse here, trades back down to it, runs higher. I mean, that's textbook, right? So whenever people say that ICT concepts don't work and stuff like that, it's like, no, they do work. It's like when people say something doesn't work, it's normally not true. A lot of the times it's just the psychology is hard to deal with, right? Because it's hard to get in this position and just let it play out, right? Not saying that it's impossible, and that's what you should do, is just let it play out. But it's hard, right? I've been trading for a while, and I still make that mistake because sometimes you just get afraid, right? It's hard to always have confidence, and it's one thing to let your edge play out, but I get into this trade, and what's it called? I had already taken 2 trades before, a break even, a loss, and a win. So I'd actually taken 3 trades. So going in a fourth time, you just feel like you're being greedy. You don't know if you're taking it because you have FOMO. Like sometimes it's hard to know if I'm taking a trade out of FOMO or if I'm taking a trade because it just looks good, right? And that was, I think, the case today was I don't know if this trade's actually something that I really like or if I'm just not wanting to miss out on the trade, right? And that's why I think I settled with myself and said, hey, I'm gonna go break even right at this high because it was in a 1 minute gap, which didn't really matter in the grand scheme. But live time, it comes up, runs up 22 points. I mean, that's not nothing, right? That's not like a 1 point move and you go break even. It came up decent. Would have came down 12 points, nothing crazy. It would have never hit my stop. Would have been here, a hard stop, or maybe just a little bit lower, like 25 points. And then we could have targeted this high, taken profit, 33 points. So we need 60, or no, we need 70. And then we'd hit 70 points here after the pullback. And we would have had $200 day. Or if we held our full contracts all the way up here, we would have had a great day. So regardless of how we would have managed it today, we would have done pretty well. But the fear, right? That's something I had to get over. And I haven't made that mistake in a while. That specific mistake of just kind of going break even really, really quick. But again, with today, with the volatility, with everything, and maybe just a little bit of the past losses creeping in to my mind, definitely affected my decision making there. Could definitely be a case, right? So what are we looking for this actual trade? It's starting to just kind of stall here. Again, still looking for the same thing, right? This is the reality sometimes that it takes a while, right? The 30 minutes still holding well. It is 12, right? Expected to chop a little bit more at these times. We are just respecting 5-minute bearish order flow. That's why I want to see the order flow flip to have some sort of confirmation. But yeah, at this point, we just have to sit and wait. So I don't know if I'll actually be able to continue this video all the way to whenever I can get the trade, but if I do take a trade, I'll post it on Twitter at Diego B Trades. If I don't have it in this video, right? But I don't want to make this video 2 hours long. Just sitting here till like 1 o'clock, and I also need to get this video out. But yeah, man. Overall, not the worst day. Good to learn from, right? You can always learn. Each and every day is a good day to take lessons and learn. And the lesson I always know is that, you got to get in the move earlier in the day, right? Around 10 here. This is 10:11, right? Perfect time. You got to get in the move earlier because when the juice is out, the juice is out. And right now it looks like in the market, the juice is out a little bit here. This especially, right? We have this big impulse, this big move up, and look how we just can't really pick a direction. We can't really move anywhere. We're just kind of generating liquidity. And then we drop lower. We fail to go higher. We kind of go sideways, drop lower, fail to go higher. We're in bearish order flow now because the juice is ran its race, man. The NQ ran its race today, and it's starting to just get to a point now where it's going to get pretty tricky to try and long or short, right? So we're just going to sit here and see what happens, right? I think that this is going to be my line in the sand is if this thing inverses down. I think we get a 5-minute closure below here. I will probably just not look for longs anymore, but maybe we look for some sort of trade lower, but that could, again, be just getting a little bit greedy, right? What are the odds we have a move 270 points up and then we come all the way back down, right? It's very hit or miss on those types of days. So yeah, definitely could have done better today. Definitely could have made more money. Should I have avoided this short right here? In my opinion, on the NQ, micro NQ, it actually didn't close below. So it actually didn't close here. So what I was looking at the time, I shouldn't have taken it. It would have saved me. But on the NQ it did. So probably I shouldn't have taken it, but it looked all right, right? I thought I was really focused on seeing lower price. We hit equilibrium. We have a fair value gap. We had displacement lower through the inverse. I probably shouldn't have taken it. I probably should have waited for a change in state below this area in this 1 minute. Or that's not really a normal change in state. Or I could have just waited for this 5-minute inversion right here. And that would have gave me decent risk with decent reward. But I didn't wait for that, right? I just did not wait for the 5-minute confirmation. And I got in a little early and I paid for it. but then the long out of it was solid because I went break even at this high because I didn't want to see us continue lower, right? I didn't want to see us just sweep this high out and go lower. And yeah, that was the day, really. Just some impulsive, quick decisions followed by just fear, right? This one should have been day done because this is perfect. We're beautiful wick in the 5-minute gap. We don't close below or close below consequent encroachment. We get a just as clean as you like inversion here, and on the 2-minute. We trade back down to midpoint of the fair value gap of the inverse, and we rally higher. After we close above this down close candle, we're never stopping, especially after we close above here. First DP, right? Hold runners, right? Hold for swing low, and then you just trail stop, or I don't know, right? I've never really get that far in those types of trades. So all I know is I would have made $200 today, and we didn't. So that's why it gets trickier later in the day, like right now, to try and continue looking, because there's not going to be as high quality opportunities as there was earlier. So, yeah. But yeah, let's see. I don't know how long this video already is. I don't want it to be 30 plus minutes. So let's get this up. It's only 16 minutes. I might just sit on here until the next few candles print, and then we'll see what we get, right? We'll see if we can get this. If we can't inverse this in this candle or the next, I'll end the video and I'll just let you guys know on Twitter what I trade. But yeah, it's starting to look a lot more sloppy of an entry, but it was 12. It's probably 12:30. So we're gonna maybe get into a different macro, right? And then the 2 o'clock window might be when I look to trade. But yeah, the higher time frames looked really poor. The 1 hour today has looked all right, or the 15-minute I would say has actually looked pretty good, right? Pre-market we came down, swept out these lows in this gap right here. We had displacement higher. We didn't hold this fair value gap, but then we inversed here. We hold the 15-minute here. We trade up higher, and we rally, right? So 15-minute looked pretty clean. And let's see, man. Just inverse this tiny 1-minute gap, but that doesn't really mean much to me, if I'm being honest. We have an SMT with this low at 12.13. That doesn't really mean too much until after, right? And then in hindsight, we can say, oh, we had SMT here. But let's see. I kind of want to just draw in lines here instead of the box. So it's a 5-minute gap right here. Keep an eye on. And let's see. I do think that this 2-minute inversion would actually be pretty solid to take if it happens significantly before the 5-minute. That just being because we have a clear high right above it. So that's a 5-minute high right there. I do want to just keep an eye on this and see. This would be decent risk. And I think that we could just go break even above this high, or we could hold for this high and go break even. See where the 5 minutes lining up. Yeah, I mean, this looks like it could give us actually a pretty solid entry on the 2-minute. I would like to see us close above on the 5-minute at the same time, though, and this would be our break-even point. So yeah, man, it's just sitting and waiting, right? If I get into this trade, I'll kind of just hold the trade until it hits either break-even or stop loss, and then I'll end the video, right? ES is looking like it's going to go quicker. I would only need a 5-point stop loss. I'm not really sure. Let me run the math on that. 5 points. So if I did 5 micros times that by $5 a point times by 5, that'd be 125. Yeah, I could get away with that for sure. And then the take profit would be about 9 points. So that'd be 9 times 5 times 5. That'd be $200. Pretty solid. But I don't really trade ES, so I don't really want to. but it looks pretty dang good, bro. Yes, I'll show you guys ES. I have it on my laptop that films me. But yeah, I really think that this would look pretty good for an entry. And again, the risk would be pretty dang good. The risk, I'm banking in like this much risk. We could set a limit here. If it closes, it looks like it's not going to close, but we'd just be risking like 4 or 5 points, $100, and that would be really, really solid. Go break even this high, and hopefully it would run to the equal highs. I think it's also a little bit more bullish on the higher time frame. We have not really more bullish in my opinion, but yeah, doesn't look like we're gonna get it on this candle anyways. Go back to the NQ. So we have another 5-minute candle. This will be the last 5-minute candle of this video if it doesn't give us something, and if it does, then we can, you know, see how it goes. But I do actually still like this 2-minute right here. If I take this one, I'll go break even really tight, and then I'll wait to, if it stops at break even, I'll go back in if it closes on the 5-minute. But it looks like we're just not gonna get it, man, and we might get it later. Again, I'll post it on Twitter if I take something later after the video. But I like to get these videos out before like 1, right? I don't really want to have this video coming out at 4 o'clock because I don't really have too much time to make this video after that. There's an event I'm going to, man, today. It's a firefighters versus police boxing match at my local area, right? They're running it, so that's gonna be pretty fun to go watch. So that's what I have going on, man. Is why I don't want to really make this video super, super late. But yeah, man, another 2-minute candle's coming in. This is it, dude. This is just trading. It's not as glamorous as they try and make it look, right? It's not as glamorous as it's made to look. This is what they mean when they say patience, right? It's been frustrating to kind of sit here for so long today and kind of fumble early. And then still just be like, yo, okay, I can't do anything. Can't take anything dumb. I have to just focus on what I'm doing and not worry about anything else, right? Short-term memory, like I talked about yesterday. You got to have that short-term memory. If I win, lose, whatever, the previous trade, I got to only wait for a good setup. I can't just take anything because I lost and I want to make something back. I can't just take something because I'm even on the day. I can't just take something because I'm down, right? I just have to... I have to just treat each opportunity the same as if it's the first opportunity I've ever seen. So, let's see. Like, again, man, if this ES 5-minute closes good, like, I might be tempted to just hop on that ES, man. Check out the 15-minute. There's no 15-minute gap in the way either. No 30-minute. I mean, the ES just looks like a dream, honestly. But NQ's holding us down, man. So, again, this will be the last... I'll give it one more 5-minute candle after this one. Yeah. But what did y'all do? I feel like everyone here ate off longs earlier, bro. I feel like everybody that's watching this video got that earlier. Maybe not. I don't want to say everyone. But I feel like most people did well there because it was pretty obvious. Really looking back, it's pretty obvious. But I didn't get it right. I did not get that. So now we just wait, dude. This is getting tricky, right? So it might just be day call done today, but we'll see. Yeah, man. Okay, this is the last 5-minute candle. I think I'm gonna show you guys. Let me see how long this video is. Yeah, it's already 24 minutes. But let's just see, man. Let's see. If ESM versus it, then I'll keep the video going. Ooh, where's that? Where's the ES? There we go. But I don't know. It's starting to look pretty sloppy. starting to look like day done, right? I might take a PM session trade, but that could just be a little bit forced. I want to see us just close below here so I can give up this long bias. This 30 minutes about to close. It's about to close inside this gap still, so there's really no difference here yet. I think it's just the lack of urgency to go anywhere is making me a little bit hesitant to want to really take any opportunities. But yeah, let's just see how this closes. Boring video, I apologize, but yeah, definitely went over the day. Really, I went over the mistakes and stuff like that. So not the worst day, right? Something to learn from, right? That's the only thing you can do is learn. And again, man, Diego B Trades on Twitter. I'll post whatever I take. If I take another setup, post the P&L, what I did, blah, 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 right? The good stuff. But it's looking like it's pretty slow, and I don't really want to make this video 30 plus minutes. So that is all, man. We didn't get the opportunity, but that's trading, right? That's a good representation of trading, right? If we would have inversed right here, it would have looked very, very clean, right? If we would have came up, this candle closed right here, that would have been very, very clean entry. We didn't get the clean entry. That's how it goes sometimes, right? So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Again, I'll let you guys know what we do on Twitter. But hopefully you guys had a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.